Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Kick that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Yo, it's NYBZ on the mic.
On the beat. It's the rundown, everything you need to know. It's the rundown, everything you need for show. It's the rundown, and I ain't even capping on this. Crypto blood covering every topic on this. Welcome to the show, who didn't let me go? Breaking down the facts, there's more you need to know. Crypto politics and culture, always keep it real. Teaching you the truth, showing you how I feel. Staying forward with me, and I break it down with ease. Every single day, bringing expertise. Current events and trends, I analyze with care. Knowledge is the power that we all can share. Yeah, y'all, hit that like button. Share the stream, and join the team. And you already know what the fuck going on. Shout out to my nigga Crypto Blood.
We'll do it live. Okay. Ready? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Okay.
Yes, indeed. We're doing it live. Got to turn the camera on really quickly. Let's go. Hope everyone's doing well out there today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are. Top of the James said he must have been shut down. Couldn't finish the sentence there. Shout out to James G, Jonah Curry, prospector in the building. Hit that like button as you guys come in today. Oh man, we got some stuff to talk about. Bitcoin making a move up. I thought we would see some type of reprieve from this madness, this sell-off we've seen over started Saturday. Caught a lot of people off guard, and didn't know where the bottom was, but I knew we had to be very close to it. Wisdom Bar says the fact Saylor hasn't been liquidated shows his cost basis is lower than people think, but he's buying less and less. It's not about liquidation. Like, I never thought that he would be liquidated. He's not going to be able to be liquidated. The problem isn't the liquidation level. It's the fact, and it's perception. It's all about perception. And if he stops buying, as you stated, he's buying less and less. You have to start buying less before you stop buying altogether. And I think that's what we're going to get very soon with Michael Saylor. Once that happens, guys, that's the trigger point for a loss of confidence in the crypto markets. You got to remember, $54 billion worth of Bitcoin has been purchased by one entity alone. That is Michael Saylor and his strategy company. And without them, where would we be? Where would we be without the Lord Christ, Michael Saylor? Where would we be, ladies and gentlemen? We would be much lower. We would be much lower currently at today's prices. Even sitting at 60, we're at 70. Where are we right now? $79,000 Bitcoin, and he's bought $54 billion. So that lets you know we've got a skewed market. If one entity is in $45 billion. Lasers go pew pew. Stop with the madness. Selling. Fear is their game. Very well may be, Jonah. Very well may be. You see, oh, look at the little cutie. You look at the booty. Look at Elmo. Elmo's hiding there behind Crypto Blood's chair. It's not over, man. We're gonna, as I thought, we would see some bounce and head towards that trend line of about 81K. That's where I think we're going. Hit the like button again, guys, as you come into the live stream. We got a lot to talk about today. Bloodalytics, though, that's where we start off the morning. I got some trades that I've placed on Bloodalytics, or using. It's actually not the public signal that I traded last night, because the public signal is kind of, we got to get some recalibration going on. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. We got to get some recalibration on the public signal, because the drop was so fierce and so violent and happened during a period we don't even trade. It happened Saturday, and they did that on purpose. Whoever sold wanted to sell in the most illiquid market condition possible. Very much the same thing that happened with silver. So there's some coordination going on to slam some of these markets, and it's unfortunate because Bitcoin has been going lower when we've seen a historic rise in silver and gold. That's never good. In addition to that, we've seen Bitcoin head lower when we've seen gold and silver head lower. That's a double not good. That's a double trouble situation. Not good. Not good. So I want to look at here today I want to look at, let's see what we're gonna be looking at this chart in a second. I'll come back to that. Get over to bloodalytics.com, sign up before prices go up. Before Wash lowers interest rates, you want to definitely get into Bloodalytics, because the prices will go up every time we slash those rates. Man, we're killing it on the silver's futures signal. I'll bring that up in a second as well. This is available to all members who are subscribed to Scalpalytics Pro. Jeez Louise, that we're going crazy on that. We got a long open on Bitcoin right now, up about $300 on that. We trade live over here, baby. We trade live when we can. When the setups are there, I'm trading it, and I'm gonna trade it live for you. Look, this is what happened. This is the smoking gun and why we saw silver get slaughtered. This came out on Friday. Rates will be effective after the close of business on Monday, February 2nd. That is today. That is today, mon frere. And what are they doing on Monday, February the 2nd? Well, guys, they have decided to increase margin requirements for gold, silver, platinum, palladium, all in an effort to slow this move down. And they've done an excellent job. But listen, do not fear. Elmo is not here. Okay? Keep buying your physical silver, gold, palladium. Keep buying that. Because the reason why you were buying in the first place, the conditions haven't changed. We still have runaway inflation. We still have the Fed basically painted in a corner. Damned if they do, damned if they don't. It's all over. It truly is all over. Now, when I say it's all over, it doesn't mean like tomorrow the dollar goes away and, but it's starting to accelerate. It started in 1971 when Nixon took us off the gold standard. That was the start of the clock. And of course, exponential growth or exponential decay doesn't look linear. It creeps up on you. We can't perceive it as humans. It's hard for our brains to perceive exponential anything. So it started in 71. The clock started. And slowly but surely, the inflation started eroding and getting faster and faster every year. Until now we're to the point where we're starting to really see the steepening of the chaos. So they got to do things like this. Slam markets down. They've increased. Last week, it went from 9% margin recs for silver to 11%. And now they're going from 11 to 15. Round of applause. Insane. 15%. You can see above my head there. That column is the new margin requirement for silver. Up from 11% just this past week. Which this past week they increased it from 9 to 11. 9-11? Interesting. That's why we got the slam down in gold and silver. There's no other reason. You can blame it on Warsh. You can blame it on, you got to blame it on something, right? But no, this is truly the reason why. I would say this is about 90%, 80% of the reason why. Warsh getting in is hawkish, but I think Trump might have done that on purpose. I truly think he might have done that on purpose, ladies and gentlemen, to show or act as though he is some fair and balanced, and he's not going to get in the way of Fed independence and all of that. So he picked Warsh, who is, some say, very hawkish, meaning he's not into lowering interest rates. He believes quantitative easing is no good. Everything opposite of what Trump was all on Jerome Powell's head about. And you're telling me he picks this guy? It doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense optically. If you're looking at it from an optics point of view perspective, yes, it makes total sense. You want to act as though the Fed has total independence, and he's just going to do what Trump tells him to do. He's going to do what Trump tells him to do, or he's going to get federal, he's going to get criminal investigations and probes, and same as we've seen with our guy Jerome Powell. Not our guy. I don't give two rats asses about Jerome. He's part of the problem, but you get what I'm talking about. So that's where we are. That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at this first tweet. Yes, last Friday we had a bank go down. Metropolitan Capital Bank and Trust has collapsed, with First Independence Bank assuming control of its operations. Ironically enough, First Independence Bank is, I believe, here in Detroit. Here in Detroit. Round of applause. Detroit stayed in the country. Not at all. But Metro Capital Bank out of, I want to say, Chicago, has gone under. Now, there are many banks that go under yearly. There are, always a number of banks that go under. But you got to ask and got to wonder at this current juncture where we are in the markets, is this the canary in the coal mine? Is this the start of something bigger? It's very possible. Very possible. Very possible. I want to take a look quickly at the crypto markets before we get into the weeds on today's stream. Hit that like button, share the stream, join the team. Bloodalytics.com. Don't forget, you need to sign up before the prices go up. Jenny G in the building. How are you, miss? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. CBTV prices going up. Wu is one of our Bloodalytics members. Shout out to him. Look nasty. It's Wall Street. China soon to resume overpaying. Start of economic warfare. China, from what I'm hearing, China has also slammed down their silver prices. Shanghai closed, I heard. We'll talk about that in a minute. But look at crypto markets. We're getting a relief rally, as I thought we would. You can't go straight down in the line. Nothing goes straight down. Got to have what's called either short covering or people buying the dip, catching the falling knife, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. Both, actually. You got some short covering. Anytime you close a short position, you're literally buying the asset. So it causes some buying pressure. And then you got people catching the knife as well. Market cap at $2.66 trillion. Look at that fear and greed index. Yikes. 15. Yeah, it's time to buy. Every time. Every time we get down here, guys, below 10, around 15, 10, you got to buy. Just, you have to. You got to buy. We are at 15 currently. In the red zone. I'm going to scroll up so you can see that. Look at that. In the red zone, 15 on the fear and greed for crypto. CNBC, let's check the stock market really quickly. We have S&P rising to start February as traders shake off silver, Bitcoin decline. Of course, you're gonna shake off. This is a manipulation play. This is how you know Warsh has nothing to do with the crash. If Warsh had anything to do with the crash, Warsh being the person that Trump has elected or selected for the next Federal Reserve chair to replace Jerome Powell, you know how we should know that this Warsh move had nothing to really do with the crypto crash, more so the silver crash. They played it at the same time to give some plausible deniability, but if this was all about Warsh, if he's such an interest rate hiker, doesn't like QE, all that, no easy money, guess what? You would see stocks heading lower today. You would have seen stocks heading much lower today instead of being up 0.6% on NASDAQ. Dow Jones up almost 1%. S&P up 0.5%. This has nothing to do with Warsh. Absolutely nothing to do with Warsh. But look at what Bloodalytics, I told you guys we're killing it on the silver signal. Oh my God, round of applause. We are, look at this chart, man. Look at this performance. Look at the move up in the capital. Jeez Louise. This short we initiated on not even Friday when everything got slammed. It started on Thursday. Initiated a short with Bloodalytics and absolutely killing it. Just wanted to show you guys that really quickly. Look at that. Insane. Insane. Make sure you guys go ahead and join me over at WeX. I have a couple of exchanges I partner with. WeX is one of them. 7-day free trial of Bloodalytics available to you if you sign up using this QR code you see on the screen right now. So get over there, sign up, deposit $100 and you get $50 in addition to trade with, and that goes against your losses and your commission fees. So sign up today, send me an email with your UID number with your newly created account and your TradingView username, and I will initiate a 7-day trial of Bloodalytics. So don't forget about that. Round of applause. What we got lined up for this week as far as economic calendar, I'm going to do a quick refresh to see where we are with things. Tomorrow or today we had ISM come out, and that came in hot. 52.60. Forecast is 48.5. So you can't, like, how can you justify lowering interest rates when ISM manufacturing came in hot, which I don't know how that came in hot, but it did. I don't believe any of these numbers, but came in hot, 52.6, was looking for 48.5. You can't lower interest rates in this type of environment if this is true. So many contradictions going on with our government. Tomorrow we got Jolt's job report. That's at 10 a.m. Wednesday we have ADP non-farm. That's going to be huge. And ISM services PMI. So this week is going to be probably continue the volatility. Unemployment claims Friday or Thursday. And then Friday we have non-farm unemployment change and unemployment rate. So this week is going to be pretty volatile. Great week for trading. Great week to have your Scalpalytics on deck. Mail your vote in for hope and change. Not at all. That's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. Look at silver live and direct from Kitco. $79 silver. What an absolute slaughter they did on silver, man. They did silver bad. But these are paper prices. These are paper prices, ladies and gents. This has nothing to do with nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with anything. Again, shout out to Mike for dropping this site for us to check out. Silver. Look at this. Spot 79.21. Shanghai has been, remember yesterday we were streaming Sunday evening before Shanghai opened. We were at 122. So on the open, it did get slammed down a little bit more and closed that gap. We're now having a delta or premium of 28%. Still pretty high, I must say. Still pretty high. But look at that, man. All-time high. $21 a coin. A 34% drop in silver. I still think this is going to bounce back because the fundamentals have not changed. The scenario, the environment has not changed. We need silver for manufacturing reasons. We got China really restricting the export of silver. They're one of the biggest silver producers. That's putting strain on supply. There are a number of factors why this thing is going to still go to 200 like Loke Nasty, or I think someone said up here 200 minimum. Jonah Curry said it. 200 minimum. I have to agree, my friend. I have to agree. So this is a real scenario, real situation, a real environment that puts us at higher prices for silver, and this should be a gift, in my opinion. If we lower interest rates, that's just going to completely F up the regular Joe. Oh, they don't care about us. But the problem is, it has to be justifiable. It can't be an outright blatant reason or move. CB, did you get your silver from the mail yet? Nope, I sure didn't. Now they're going to send it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't sell it anyway, but now they're going to send it. Put the exchange URL in the chat, CB, for sure. I'll try to put the exchange URL for you guys to sign up in the chat right now. Let me do that really quickly for you guys. Bada boom, bada bang. There you go, my friend. Bitcoin. Let's see where we are for the year. Down 12%. Told you guys, lower before higher. We're still going to end this bad boy higher. I'm telling you. Still going to end the year higher than where we opened it, which was about $88,000. But we're down 12% now. I think we're going to get a lot lower. A lot lower. Let's take a look at MicroStrategy. Let's see what's going on with them. I'm going to do a refresh. They're down 2% today. Which I'm actually surprised that they're only down 2%. MNAV is at 1.12 right now. So, not bad for MNAV. Though down 5% on the day. I'm just shocked that their stock price isn't much lower off this dip. Seller's exhaustion? Possibly. Possibly. Very, very well could be the case. Now again, I'm long right now on Bitcoin, up about 300. Well, was up 300. 248 on this long trade. We have initiated, and I initiated this off. I couldn't use the public Scalpalytics for this because, again, we're just way out of bounds. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about really quickly. Let me see if I can bring this up. Go to Scalpalytics. You'll see really quickly what we got going on Bitcoin. The drop over the weekend really widened our parameters or signals. So we're still waiting for something to happen. If we cross above this bloodline, you will initiate a long. So we're just waiting for that on Bitcoin. If that happens, we could see another move up to about $81,000 Bitcoin, which it would give us about a 3% move if that long initiates. But we haven't initiated it yet. We did initiate a long on Ethereum, but that was this morning, way early this morning in the UK or London time zone, which you get average and quality signals during that period. But the best signals and most consistent signals for Scalpalytics Pro is going to be during the US time zone, 8:30, 9:30 zone. Start looking for trades. But if you were trading, I do have some users, some members that are overseas, and they do trade this time zone, the London time zone. You would have definitely made some moolah there in that trade. Looking good on that trade for sure. Now let's talk about Bitcoin, man, and you know, Michael Saylor's situation. He's in the situation. He's definitely in a situation. Let me just check something really quickly, make sure I'm on the right mic input, because I feel like I might be on the wrong one. I am on the right one. Okay, cool. So we're Gucci there. We're Gucci there. All right, so look at this, man. Michael Saylor's high stakes Bitcoin bet faces fresh strain. This is out of Bloomberg. They put this out this morning, 5 a.m. this morning. For the first time since 2023, the token's price has fallen below the average purchase price. Now we're back above that price, but we did dip below it. And this is the problem with, again, no pun intended, Michael Saylor's strategy. You can't have a strategy of just buying something without an exit plan. Because this happens, where you're going to continue to buy and you just continue to drag your average cost basis up because you have no exit strategy. So you're going to forever put yourself in a position, if the asset does continue to go up, you're dragging your average cost basis up with it. So over time, you have less room for a pullback. You have, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be more sensitive to any pullback that happens, and don't let it be an extended period. Nothing goes up forever and in one direction. You're going to have ebb and flows. And so if you're borrowing to buy this asset, well, guess what? At some point, you're going to go into a bear market. And are you going to be able to service those liabilities? And that's my whole problem with MicroStrategy. It's not a liquidation amount or level, because there isn't really a liquidation level. I mean, technically, it could be down in the 13s or $20,000 Bitcoin range, which I don't think we'll get there. But we don't have to get there for Michael Saylor's company to unravel. Yeah, as the article says, there is no immediate financial stress. Strategy faces no margin calls, and there is no expectation it will be forced to sell Bitcoin. Yeah, but they can't stop buying Bitcoin. If they stop buying Bitcoin, that by itself, if they stop buying Bitcoin, then it all unravels, and it's a feedback loop, in my opinion. Here's another one out of Yahoo Finance via CoinDesk. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin stack is officially underwater, but here's why he likely won't reach for the panic button. Yeah, I don't think, he's in an issue right now, but he will be. I think he bought, I have to look, Cholo, I believe he bought last week. He still has a program of buying every week. It's been less and less. He definitely damn sure should buy today to bring that average cost basis down a little bit. He surely should be buying, or should have bought over the weekend. This right here, shout out to Wisdom Bars, man, for this one. This is a hilarious meme right here. This is the guy, Trax NYC, the silver, the jeweler out in New York, yelling at Tom Lee. That's funny. That's hilarious. Let me see if I can play this for us real quick.
Where's my fucking money, motherfucker? Where's my fucking money, bitch? Where's my fucking money, motherfucker? Where's my fucking money, bitch? Where's my fucking money, motherfucker?
A round of applause for that. And what price will Bitcoin have to be for Saylor to sell? I personally don't know. It's really more so, it's kind of dynamic, because it's wherever the market, the public feels like not lending him any more money, basically giving him more money in exchange for stock to buy more Bitcoin. He's not making any money in his company, so he doesn't have revenue that he can pull from to buy organically. He has to borrow or sell stock, sell debt to buy more Bitcoin. So it's kind of there's no real line in the sand per se. It's just about when the market has no more appetite to buy MicroStrategy's dividend stock. 11%. We'll see how long he can pay 11%, bro. This is a recipe for disaster. 74K is his average buy, so X says, yeah, that's about right. Saylor knows something, CB. It's the only way this makes any sense. No, it doesn't. This makes sense because there's easy money. See, if there was no easy money or cheap money, this would never happen. This would never happen. So we're in a perverse, rigged, unnatural market. So in a normal market, he would never get away with this shit. Michael Saylor is secretly storing in cold wallets. When he gets his nuts clipped, he will leave his investors holding an empty bag. He cannot be this reckless with investors' money. It doesn't damage Tom Lee's reputation. Sad to say. Right. I don't understand it, bro. Like I'm more confused about Tom Lee's career longevity than I am about Michael Saylor's behavior. It just doesn't make any sense, bro. I've never seen someone as wrong as him. Consistently. I've been following and known about Tom Lee well before. You know, I've been in finance for almost 15 years, man. I used to see this talking head on CNBC. Just wrong. Worse than Kramer, bro. Like, D Fuentes in the building. Steve Hickey in the house. What's the word? The price action is just noise. We know what the future looks like, and it is orange, Chulo said. Indeed, indeed. So, I thought this was interesting, and I talked about this a little bit on Friday, I believe. But did y'all know that Zcash founder was in the Epstein files? And not only that, I was talking to Hotep Jesus about this. After this was leaked, he made his Twitter account private, which is very sus. Very suspect. You can't do that, man. Not only that, but Zcash co-founder met with Epstein, but Jeffrey Epstein actually invested in Zcash. The hole goes deep. Pause, no diddy, ladies and gentlemen. It goes deep. Would you listen to Kramer? I would listen to Kramer over Tom Lee. That's how horrible this guy is, bro. Like, I don't understand. He hated, you guys got to understand, he hated Bitcoin and crypto. See, I've been following this dude for, not following him, but I've heard his commentary on various markets for a long time, over 15 years. He hated Bitcoin. All the way up, I want to say, until it got to like, I don't know, man, maybe 20, 30,000. Yeah, he was like, no, Bitcoin's horrible. Hell, they say that Jeffrey Epstein helped fund the start of Bitcoin. I'm hearing that as well. I thought I had a tweet about that too. But it doesn't look like I have it. I did see that circulating around as well, Doc. That he had his hands in the creation of Bitcoin. Or at least not, maybe not the creation, but the funding. And the contribution to Bitcoin's core code. Hey. Sometimes Tom Lee's clients get different news than what he speaks in public. I'm a client. Okay, maybe that's the case, Chulo. But damn, why are you still a client is the question. Come on over to bloodalytics.com. Link in the description below, bro. You get much better performance. Hey, hold up, CB. I don't know about all that. So Tom Lee is grifting. Well, we got a client in the building of Tom Lee's. Let us know how long you've been a client. Would be very interested to know. Crypto sentiment is officially bearish. Bitcoin sentiment is now barely positive, 55%. Smart money is even more bearish than that. Sentiment, this tweet says, is only bearish in the long term. It's actually bearish. Bullish in the long term. It's actually bearish. Let me read that again. Sentiment is only bullish in the long term. It is actually bearish in the short and medium term. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Long short call ratio is barely long at 60%. Short-term outlook for crypto is looking ugly by all accounts. Is the bottom in? Are you bullish here? Again, my rule of thumb. When you have fear and greed indexes at 15, you gotta buy. You have to. You gotta buy, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta buy. Briefly falls. Bitcoin falls near 74 as thin liquidity keeps traders on edge. This was an article from earlier this morning before the move back up. And again, if we take a look at my chart, my live stream chart, you know how we do on the charts, guys. We draw our V's. Here's another V. That was a V that got violated. I think we're going to run here up to this area, which is right here at 81,000. Previous V low, right? That's where we're headed. Chulo says, it does seem lately he's been grifting since Bitminer buying ETH client for 6 years. Gotcha. Okay. That's a good perspective. Like, I didn't think about maybe him not giving all that great of advice publicly, but I don't know that strategy. I don't know if that's a great strategy, but privately maybe giving some different point of views. Very interesting. So I see us running back up to 81. That will coincide with the trend line zone right here, the downward trend line we have. Now we could draw yet another one. I can do a copy and paste here and place this one right here, just like that. So just in case, for whatever reason, we get really, really giddy, we break through this trend line, the next one would probably line up with the upward long-term trend line, that green line you see, light green line. And I'll change it just for the sake of the stream. Let's change it to pink or fuchsia. Let's do pink. That pink long-term upward trend line we broke. We could see a run back up to that zone, which would be 84,000, but I do not see us going too much higher than 84,000 if we even get there. If we even get there. Tim Powell says, anyone who thinks Tom Lee isn't in bed with Hash Key Group is getting taken for a ride. Interesting. My crypto space, man. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, guys, as you guys get in here. We get those likes up. We get the views up. That's what it's all about. Get into the algorithms groove. Get into the algos groove. Shout out to everybody watching over on X as well. Algo is definitely not throttling me on X, so I appreciate all the support over there. Make sure you follow me on X as well, CryptoBlood_. That's where I'm, most active, to be honest with you. Still working, amen. Hey, that's a great thing. That's a great thing. But that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to give you guys an update on markets. silver, why we saw the move down in silver, I'm pretty confident it is because of the margin requirement increases we saw that happened on Friday as well. That sparked more fear, or not fear, but more so the paper traders. They are getting squeezed out, but physical demand is still strong and there, and you'll continue to see that momentum up, I think. So the move down is temporary in my opinion, and we will see higher highs this year with silver. It's not over. This unprecedented move up was not for just speculation reasons. There's something going on. There are cracks in the system. And we'll see what domino falls next. There's so many lined up to fall. Nvidia, OpenAI, that's falling apart. I don't really cover that type of stuff on here, but Nvidia is getting cold feet. They're getting cold feet with their partnership with OpenAI. They're pausing their deal, and it's just gonna unravel, man. So you got the AI overinvestment, malinvestment, whatever you want to call it. That's a catalyst. You've got the silver precious metal situation going on. It's just a lot going on. So just be careful out there. Peter Schiff looked distraught last night, by the way. Peter Schiff, bro, he was so distraught. He did his Friday live stream on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. He did his Friday live stream on Sunday. He was all discombobulated. He said it was because he was in El Salvador and was traveling and coming back and didn't want to do it and all of that. No, we know. He admitted it. He lost the most money and paper value in his portfolio. Most money he's ever lost. Now it's all paper, but he's heavily invested in minor stocks. Mining stocks. He's invested in mining stocks, silver and gold, and he got slaughtered, ladies and gentlemen. So, interesting times, man. Hit that like button, though, for me. Like the stream. And again, join the team, bloodalytics.com. Link is in the description below. If you guys want a very highly accurate scalping system for Bitcoin and Ethereum, also have pairs lined up and pre-configured for Solana BNB. We got SUI and XRP. More coming. An upgrade or update to the Scalpalytics Pro is also coming this week. Just needed a little bit more time to make sure the settings look good. I've been continually doing back test models on it just to make sure before I roll it out. It will give you the ability to add filtering. How I tell you guys to always manually, you only start trading at XYZ time slot, basically New York or right before. Well, you can add that from a programmatic standpoint. Programmatically standpoint or settings standpoint in the actual script, you can actually do that now. So you'll have that filter, real life, real stream, and you don't have to like just manually know to start trading. Then you'll have it there, and it won't even give you any settings or signals any other time frame. And also I have a turbo mode, which adds additional trades in there based on some other little secret sauce I sprinkled on there for you to add in other trades as well. So all that coming this week. Stay tuned. With that will come the Zcash upgrade as well, or parameter pack that will be free for anyone that is subscribed to Scalpalytics Pro. So look out for that. All that coming this week. Again, hit the like button, share the stream, and join the team. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out of here. Holla.
Yeah, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. These girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling the law. Fuck around and get clapped for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Okay. Ready? Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live.